Hey guys, we're back. We're still alive for now. I wanted to show you a little trick that I discovered on another server, and that is with Quartz. We can actually create a really powerful sword early game. So check this out. We're going to get some patterns together. We need to get our sword, which is going to require the wide guard and the sword blade. So let's make some of those real quick. Looks like we are out of wood. That's not... Oh, I have some in my inventory. Good. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a... whoops. Whoops. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some wood. Alright, I've made some more patterns. I'm going to pop them in the stencil table and then get our wood stencils ready. Our sword stencils ready. Let's see here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make this entirely, well, we're going to make the hilt out of wood, but everything else is going to be quartz, because quartz is going to give us a better durability than wood. So let's see, we also need the tool rod. We're going to make the tool rod out of quartz. You'll notice it'll give us an extra chunk. We can use that later to make more tool rods. So what we're going to do is put our sword together. As you can see, it's got 6 attack damage, and that's definitely more than our hatchet, so that's a good start. Now what I discovered is that, and I believe this is an old setting, I don't know if it's a bug or not. I don't think it's a bug because it's been around since earlier this year, so I'm pretty sure this is not a bug. Now what you can do, when you repair your tool, you'll use quartz, right? And automatically you'll see you get a quartz upgrade. And 1 Certus quartz is apparently equal to 24 nether quartz. So this is going to give you a big boost in damage. As you can see, 3.5 hearts is what this upgrade is going to apply. And our current damage is 3 hearts. So we want to go ahead and just apply the max upgrade for now. And that puts us up to 8 attack damage. Now early game, this is going to be a huge boost. And we can even go further. So we have 2 modifiers remaining still. If I wasn't so short on Certus quartz, we would definitely tack on another few levels, which would get us up to about 5 hearts of damage, which is 10 attack damage, which is really good. This means we can kill creepers a lot easier. We don't have to fight them for like 5 minutes. We can kill them pretty quick and get on with our day. So what I'm going to do now that I'm armed and dangerous, I'm going to go get some more ore, because we definitely need some ore and some other mats to get going from where we are now. I'm also going to collect some lava, which I saw over that way. Over this way, in the last episode, there was a pool of lava. It's a little close to the Thumbcraft area over there with all the baddies. So I'm going to do my best not to get killed and get some lava for us so we get our smeltery up and running. And I'm also going to get some other stuff. But the seared tank here, I'm just going to take that over to the lava pool and get 4 buckets, because this thing holds 4 buckets. I'm just going to do that for now. Eventually we'll get a larger tank and find a better source of lava, and we'll have this thing fueled for days. So with that said, I'll be back in a little bit with some mats, and I'll show you some cool stuff. Alright guys, we're back. I'm going to go through getting the lava here, because I forgot that we didn't create our bucket yet. If you recall, we need a forge hammer to do that. Basically, the bucket requires iron plates instead of just regular old iron, which requires a forge hammer, which requires treated sticks, which requires creosote oil, which we ended up creating down here in our last episode. We have a little bit of creosote oil waiting on us. So what we're going to do is get ourselves a bottle. I've created some glass here so we can do that. And with these bottles, we can collect our creosote oil out of our coke oven. There we go, creosote oil. I've also farmed up a bunch of wood so we can get this stuff crafted real quick. Now, the treated wood planks from immersive engineering require crafting like this, and you're going to use these a lot, so it would be wise to remember this recipe. there's a good way to remember recipes where you don't actually have to store them in your head. And what we can do, we'll get ourselves a book, get ourselves another chest, and a crafting table. And we're going to put together what's called a work table. And this is really, really cool. This is early game automation. It is extremely simple and very cool. So what you do here, you put your items up in the little work table inventory. Anything that you want to use to craft, you put up here. And what we can do, okay, so we know that this is our little crafting area. We put our spruce wood in there, we get our spruce wood planks, right? Well, what happens is you take out your planks and now all of a sudden your recipe's stored. So watch what happens. We can click our recipe, boom, it's already filled in. As long as we have the mats down here, we can pull out another craft. So we're going to do this, and watch what else we can do. Alright, we can do it again. We now have our treated wood planks stored and our regular planks, so we can go boom, boom, and have our stuff ready to go. Now with these planks, we also need to create treated wood or treated sticks, and that's going to get us to our forge hammer, which I've cooked up some iron for. And a forge hammer recipe is like so. As you can see, it only has 80 uses. So eventually we're going to look at a way of automating this with a machine, because we don't want to be creating these all the time. It's a lot of iron. We've got our iron plates now, so we can make our bucket. And now we also need our seared tank to take with us. Now we're going to go get some lava. See a creeper on the map. Gotta be careful. I'm going to pick up some more of these reeds on the way over as well, because we just used our current stock to make our work table. The lava pool is right over here. Yep, there it is. It's dangerously close. Oh, this is more wool. Alright, if these guys come at us, we're gonna have to abandon. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. So now we have our seared tank. It's still full. You can see in the little icon that the lava is still inside. We're not losing our lava by breaking the seared tank. Very easy early game way of getting lava to your smeltery without having to create any additional tanks or anything like that. Once we get this set up, I'm going to put all of our iron in our smeltery so we can start getting some doubled iron. Just pop our seared tank back. Ready to go. That was not what I wanted to do. Alright, so we got 4 iron going. And what this does is going to double our iron. So when this is done, it's going to give us 8 iron ingots instead of 4. So we have any seared bricks left. Not quite enough. What we're going to do is get a casting bin or basin, and it's going to allow us to cast blocks. So instead of this thing here, which we actually need to create another ingot for, let's do, let's just make another ingot of iron real quick, because we're going to need to cast some iron. To do that, we're also going to need aluminum. Let's see, we need aluminum brass. It's just 3 parts aluminum to 1 part copper. Don't believe we have any aluminum yet. So no aluminum. So I'm going to go get some aluminum and I'll be right back, and I'll show you how to set up the casting table with an ingot pattern. See you in a second. Alrighty, we're back. And as you can hear, there is a spider outside my door, and this drives me nuts. So I'm going to take care of the spider real quick. That's much better. Now we got back from mining, we did find some aluminum, just enough to get where we need to go. Aluminum brass, as we discussed, is 3 aluminum, 1 copper. So we're going to pop that in there. 3 aluminum, 1 copper. When this is done, we'll get, I believe, 6 or 8 aluminum brass. Pretty sure it's 8 aluminum brass. And what aluminum brass allows us to do is create what's called a cast. And we have our iron ingot here. We basically put it down in the casting table by right-clicking in there. And once our aluminum brass is ready, we right-click the seared faucet, pour it over the iron ingot, and we get ourselves an ingot cast, which will allow us to create more ingots out of the material that's stored inside the smeltery. And there's also other casts you can make. Of course, our tools are the most important part of Tinker's Construct, and you can make casts out of all these parts as well. You just create a stone part, put it in the casting table, pour aluminum, brass, or gold over it, and you'll get a cast for that particular item. There are all kinds of good materials that you can use to create Tinker's Construct tool parts. But right now we're going to focus on actually just getting some iron out of here. So we're not ready to create some better tools just yet. I think this copper's almost done. Yeah, it's almost there. So we'd like to get some armor as well, because we are very unprotected out there. Unfortunately, we are going to need a lot of leather and actually some rubber. Check out the leather armor recipe for boots. We need rubber for those. So we can also use woven cotton for all these recipes if we want to find, get a farm started up for cotton, which I really don't want to do right now. Alright, we have 8 aluminum brass ingots, so we're going to pour this over our ingot in our casting table, take our ingot out, and now we can cast our iron. What I did over here, I just right-clicked the material that I want to be on the bottom. The bottom material is what comes out of this faucet when you right-click it. So we do this 8 times, we get our 8 ingots, and then we have iron to play with. Next up, we're going to need to look at getting a blasting furnace for steel. And we're also going to need to do a bunch of other things. We're probably going to need to get some sort of farm set up, maybe some power generation, a whole bunch of cool stuff that's going to take a lot of materials. In between this episode and next is probably going to be a long duration because I'm going to be going away for Christmas and the other holiday, New Year's or something. And so I will be out of town. I may post another episode before I leave, I'm not sure. But next time I also plan to have a web camera on the video, so that'll be cool. You get to see my intent and focus playing the game. It's very interesting, I suppose, for some people. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. It might be a short one, but I'll see you next time, and make sure to like the video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, hit the down arrow. I understand.